Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So, following up from my last video where I tried a hair bleach bath for the first time. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, that video will be linked at the end of this one, and there's also a link to that video in this video's description. But watch it or not, all I can say is that I will be a regular bleach bathing bunny now, if that's a thing. Actually, yeah, probably not. Anyway, prior to all of that, a subscriber asked if I could do a video about the hair color I had in the hair science experiment video, and that's what we're doing today. So buckle up, hold tight, and pay close attention for the secret to getting this super sought after and nearly unattainable hair color. Just kidding. But just trying to add some suspense or mystery. It's not a blockbuster movie though, just a hair color video. Alright, but I will be sharing some tips on how to maintain the hair color, and yeah. Okay, but before I even get into any of the color mixology stuff, I have to first say, or warn, or full disclosure, that you will have to lighten your hair to a really light blonde. And yes, this will require either bleach, or if your hair is relatively light, a high lift hair color might be enough. Either way, if you have to do more than one lightening treatment to get there, just remember to wait or allow enough time between the treatments to give your hair a breather and let it recover. Alright, now for some of that mixology stuff I just mentioned. So I'm using 4 different color shades from 3 different hair color brands. I know, right? And they're all actually semi-permanent, so no worry on, developers or anything. So those colors are, whatever, drumroll, Titanium from the Ion Brights collection, along with the Storm, also Titanium, Ion Brights. And then another one from the Ion Brights is going to be the purple, but it's just a teeny tiny bit of this for like around the root area added in to make it darker. So it's not even going to be a quarter of the tube, if not even. Just a little bit to darken it up. And the other ones, oh yeah, the Manic Panic in the blue steel. And also this one, I can never say this one. Iru. It's like something sounds so easy, but I always have trouble with it. In the silver. So, okay. So the mixing ratio or amounts of each color is going to differ somewhat. However, the main color in all of this is the Ion Brights Titanium. So you will want at least 2 tubes of it, or 3 if your hair is super long or super thick. Or on the other side of things, if your hair is very short, 1 tube may be fine. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm first gonna just start by making the, I guess what we kind of would call them the main color, which is gonna be on most of the hair, and then I'm gonna take a little bit out of that and put just a little bit of the purple in for the base or the roots. Okay, so I'm gonna start with actually putting a full tube of the titanium, probably half of the other one too, and I'm going to save the rest, and I will let you know why after we get done putting the hair color in. And please excuse my little, I'm going to use tweezers for this. I don't know where my little tube turner thing, whatever it's called, when my son picks up everything and fiddles and plays with it and loses it usually in his room somewhere for a while. Okay. And next we'll add the Storm, but for right now I'm just gonna add about half of it. So I just did half of the tube of the Storm so far, and I'm gonna mix these together first before adding anything else. Okay, now I'm gonna put some Manic Panic in there. About 7 or 0.75, and then the next one is the one I always have trouble saying. Iru, whatever it's called. I would put just a little bit less than the Manic Panic in for this one.
separate out a quarter of the mix into a separate bowl for the roots, and then add about a quarter of the tube of the purple and mix.
Okay, well, I did have to get started a little in my bathroom so I could see the back of my hair, but we're doing the rest here. So you can see I just started along, separated out in sections. So I had, you know, 1, 2, and then another one on the back, but then some down, and I started back here, and just on the roots about like an inch or so is, you know, where I'm coloring first, and with the little darker color, and then I'll be putting the rest of it on the rest of the hair when I'm done with the roots.
I don't need no one to say you're complicated, 'cause I knew from the start this might be overrated. It's so typical.
Ooh. Okay, now the rest of it with this one. So pretty much just going over everything all the same.
You wanna give you one more try, even though if your mind is telling you it's all a lie. Oh, I gotta wake up, this might be a breakup.
Okay, so I'm pretty much all covered. There's, you know, a few little spots I'm seeing, so I'm gonna mix up just a little bit more, just slightly, just to cover a few spots, just to make sure, because it's one of those colors that you just really have to like massage in and work in and stuff and let it sit for a while. Now while we wait, I swear for like dang ever, because I try to wait till it's pretty much almost dry, the hair color that is. So, but now I think it's the perfect time to share my tips for maintaining this color. So first of all, you must know, if you don't already, that shampooing your hair and your now new silver hair color are like eternal enemies. So try to stretch the time between washing your hair, especially if you're an everyday or even every other day shampoo kind of a person. Then I definitely recommend investing in a good dry shampoo to keep your hair fresh as long as possible. And when you do wash, use a small amount of color-saving, sulfite-free shampoo, and to really help it last, add a small amount of the gray silver color you have left over into your shampoo and conditioner to maintain or boost the silver color while you wash. Another very important thing is to keep the water as cool as you can stand to wash your hair, because hot water, well, anything hot really, it's gonna cause the color to fade much more quickly. And yes, this stands for any season, even though I know right now currently it's winter. You just gotta put your big girl or boy or kid pants on and freeze. Or do like I do and put your smarty pants on and instead get armed with your trusty detachable shower head and wash your hair kind of bent over the tub. It works great. Works like a charm, especially during the chilly times. Okay, speaking of heat, from the styling tools, even the blow dryers are culprits for fading out hair color fast. So no worries though, you don't have to ditch these completely. If you can, more power to you. But if you're like me and you love styling your hair, then just turn the temperature down on the irons and dry your hair briefly on like mid-heat for the most part, and then cool till it's mostly dry, and then let it air dry if you can. Okay, so we're actually just about, time's almost up, and it's I guess a little bit wet, but I put a lot on. So let it go a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna go dig out my smarty pants and wash my hair with cold, cool water. Okay, so I have rinsed and dried and put a little curl on the ends of my hair. And okay, yes, I will say that obviously there is more blue color than I was expecting. Likely because the manic panic is the culprit. Anyways, and while it's tempting to sit here and play it off like as if I totally was expecting it to happen, I can't at all. But I can tell you, I knew why it happened, and immediately after the oh crap moment and pondering momentarily as to why I didn't realize it beforehand, of course. Well, let me explain. So when I originally did the color that I had in my hair experiment video, I started with a hair base that was a bit more on the orange, like slightly reddish side, say copper brassy tones, and it had very little yellow or lighter color tone in it, whereas it was like the opposite this time. So resulting in the lighter hair color picking up and showing more of the bluish tone, which I don't actually mind and do actually rather like. But if you're not wanting that, then be sure to cut back on the amount of the Manic Panic, the blue steel, if your hair is lighter or lifted to a very light blonde that doesn't have much, if any, of the like coppery brassy tones. And if it does, then keep it the original mix. Okay, so I'm actually going to interrupt myself very quickly. It's actually been about a little over 4 weeks now, and I'm just giving you guys an idea about how the color will look or fade after some time and some shampoos. So actually it's holding up pretty well, and it has faded a little. So it looks a little bit more light gray or lighter gray, but with the lights and stuff you get like a little bit of like that more that blue highlight kind of with it. So it's kind of neat, and yeah, just giving you guys an idea or future look at it. Okay, go back to the regular programming. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and if you have a favorite kind of silver or gray hair color that you use, also let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to like it, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and would like to, then click on the subscription button below, as well as the bell icon next to it if you'd like to receive notifications for when I post new videos. Thanks everyone for watching, it's been fun, and until next video, I'll see you then. Alright, bye!
This might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different?